Welcome to students. Today's class we are going to discuss some more concepts in an web technology for third year BCA students. The first one is web application. So web applications are applications that are accessed via web browsers through networks. So that is known as web application. That web applications run on a remote server. Okay, some of the web applications is identified by URL. Each of the web applications are identified by URL. So these are the examples of web applications. That's Facebook is one of the web applications which is used in a social networking site. Then Flickr is one of the application that's for photo sharing. Okay, for chatting there is one application that is called Mipit. Then Wikipedia is a searching application. Okay, so these are all applications that runs on a remote server. Okay, but we can frequently use these applications through network. That's the concept of web application. Okay, so next this web applications in a web application there are two types. One is called a service oriented, another one is presentation oriented. Okay, what is service oriented means these applications are mainly used for server side. Okay, so that is typically coded using server side, these applications. So in a server side technologies, this service oriented applications are mainly used. That is CGI, JSP, ASP. These are the service oriented applications. These are the server side applications. So next one is presentation side applications. These applications are usually for client side. Okay, so in a client side applications, that web applications are known as an presentation oriented applications. Okay, so these are generate interactive web pages. Okay, so that is some more web applications. Example applications for presentation side is HTML, XML, JavaScript. So these are the client side. So by using this application we can create one web page. So it's purely for client side, but web page creation only this should be, that is called a presentation. Okay, how to present your web page, and that concept of view, these applications are known as presentation oriented. Okay, so these are the web application. So next one of the concept is how to plan a software development. Okay, that is a planning and process development for a particular website. Okay, so before develop a website, you must consider one of the work team. Okay, that team to generate some more tasks that are fulfill the requirements of a client side, isn't it? So the before when we build a website, the team considered two main issues that are price and time. Okay, so these are the valuable that is a main scope of our project. That's price and time. To consider these two, then we create a website. So there are some more steps that are involved to create a website design. That is the first one is to gather information. Okay, so the gathering information in the sense of purpose, its goal, and then target satisfaction. That is the target of audience. Okay, the audience satisfaction. So purpose means in which purpose this website should be created, and then what's its main goal, then how to attract audience. This according to these three point of view, we can collect information. So that's a first phase, that is first step, that is to gather information. So then next one is planning. Then after information gathered, that is put together one sitemap. One that is called sitemap. Put together into one group, that is called sitemap or framework. Okay, so in this framework, that sitemap will create what are the main topics and then what are its subtopics. Okay, so which is helps to develop rest of the remaining system. Okay, that's why before that we can create a sitemap. This sitemap is essential to develop a consistent and easy to understand the navigation system. Okay, so next one is designing. After that planning, we can design our project. So in this designing phase, we will consider two more factors, that is look and feel. Okay, your website is a attractive one, and then feel means it's a usable one. Okay, so these two factors are developed by these three criteria, that is page layout, review and approval cycle. So these three factors are used in a designing phase. Then next one is content and coding development. It's after the designing your project, we can develop your project. So the development phase is considered these two steps, that is content and coding. Okay, content writing and then coding. So after coding your project, it's a test. That is testing means if we check our complete functionality of your script or forms. Okay, so then only we can launch our project into website, isn't it? So first one is testing, then review our project, and then launch your project. So that's the step 6. Then last step is maintenance. It's one of the important step, isn't it? So initially website development is a continuous process. So that's why the continuous monitoring and regular updating is an important one that should be done in a maintenance phase. Okay, so these are the steps that are followed, that should be followed in the website design and development process. Okay, so next one is web architecture. So the World Wide Web, that is WWW architecture. It's a two-tier architecture. This we can consider before designing a architecture in two phases. One is called server side, then one is next client side. Okay, so that is web servers. That architecture consisting of web servers. First side is web server, that is which produce and deliver information. Okay, web client, other side is web client, just to retrieve and display information. Okay, that's the web server and web client functions. Web server means to produce and deliver information. Web client means to retrieve and display information. Okay, so there are three primary concepts that are involved in this process, that is server side and client side process. What are that means? HTML, URL, HTTP. These three are primary concepts that are involved in this process, that is web architecture process. The first one is known as hypertext markup language, that is called HTML. It's a primary language which is used to encode document content. It is used to encoding document content. How to design your web page? That's by using HTML. Okay, so more than one tags are used for designing a web page, and then some more hyperlinks also used, that is to link one web page to another web page. Okay, so more than one HTML versions are introduced. So the recent version is known as HTML 4.01. This current version is supported by most of the web browsers. Okay, so next one is URL, that is uniform resource locator, that is to give a name, global namespace for its remote objects. Okay, so that's the concept of URL. And then HTTP. So next one of the primary concept for this web application is HTTP, that is hypertext transport protocol. It's an application layer protocol that is for World Wide Web. which is used to transfer a message from source to destination. Okay. In this HTTP protocol, it's simply known as an request response protocol. Okay, so that is a request response means client sends a HTTP request to its server, then server given a HTTP response to its corresponding browser. Okay, so it's a request response protocol. Okay, thank you.